Hello, my name is Donna LeBlanc. I'm a life, relationship, and executive coach and a licensed psychotherapist. Today we're going to talk about relationships. I authored a book called The Passion Principle, and it's about 5 signature styles of relating. Whether you're a lover, a creator, a warrior, a visionary, or a prophet. And each one of these has very specific ways of being when you're in relationships. When you understand what your way of being is, you have an enormous amount of power, and you also, if you can figure out what someone else's passion signature is, you can figure out how to relate to them better, how to use what I call opening formulas better. There's a woman that came to me, and she'd been with her husband for, I think, 10 years. And they had never been able to get beyond the point of talking about having children, planning it, but never really doing it because they felt like their relationship was too filled with strife. They argued constantly. And she was really eaten up inside about whether or not to stay with him at all. And so I talked with her. I asked her basically to describe her husband and to describe his traits, and I began to realize that he was the classic warrior. And just by sitting with her and visiting with her, I could tell that she was the classic lover. Well, what happens between the lover and the warrior? The warrior, when they reach out to love, they come on very strong. They can have very strong voices, very strong opinions, be very gruff, but they're actually at their core extremely loyal people, extremely sensitive to betrayal and mistrust or distrust, and they're very, very skittish about connecting. The lover, on the other hand, just wants to fuse. They're the teacher of intimacy, and they want to just stay connected and be close all the time. What they don't realize is that they can be a little bit engulfing when they do this because everybody else isn't quite so secure with this kind of connecting. So in this case, what we did was her husband, in classic warrior fashion, did not want to come in for coaching. So we let the husband just alone. We didn't do anything with him. All we did was I sat with her and spoke with her about what was going on in their relationship and what kind of arguments they were having. And there were family issues, as there normally are, where he was feeling like she was too close to the family, taking their side. And so what we did with her was, just through understanding her passion signature and his passion signature, we used the principles to help her understand his way of thinking, his way of interpreting her, his needs, what would diffuse him instead of accidentally escalating him. Because what actually happens in relationships a lot is that we use something called accidental escalators or closing formulas in relationships with the people we love. So what that means is you say or do something that actually turns them off, actually shuts them down, actually makes them want to back away, actually gets them angry and aggressive towards you. And this isn't your intention. In fact, you're wanting exactly the opposite. Well, in this work, what we do is we teach you your specific passion signature and the passion signature of those that are in your life, and help you understand their opening formulas, ways to connect with them better. In this case, her name was Jenna, and within just a very few months of talking, we were able to get her through. She had been doing this for 9 years, and we were able to get her so that she and her husband, in her own words, he had become a completely new man. He had become a loving husband, one she'd never expected to see. And then they finally felt like they could move forward, they could get pregnant, and they could have children. So this is a perfect example of what is possible when we understand our basic style, or when you basically understand your basic style of relating. Also, another point that's important to understand here is, let's say that you're a warrior. Well, if you're a warrior, there's a survival side, or the way that you might shoot yourself in the foot. So the survival side of a warrior, or the wounded side of the warrior, is the one that will sabotage your possibilities, your opportunities, your relationships. And so each of us have these traits, whether you're the lover, the creator, the visionary, or the prophet. We all have these traits. So when you can get a handle on your specific passion signature and then address that, you've got an enormous amount of power to turn your life around. I would like to invite you to classes, coaching, even to the book. You can find it on Amazon, The Passion Principle. Thank you very much.